right, everyone, let's talk about another Argento movie that I'm glad I finally got to see, which is Phenomena, starring Jennifer Connelly and Donald Pleasance. I knew Jennifer Connelly was in this, but I'm glad that Donald Pleasance is in this as well. Like, I like seeing him in all these obscure 80s horror films. And it's really cool seeing both of them in this cast. And again, it's directed by Dario Argento, who I have seen, I'd say, seven, and maybe this one makes eight of his movies that he has released, and I feel like he's done at least 15 movies, directed at least 15. From what I remember, I'm assuming 15 to 20 movies. So I've seen maybe half, close to half of how many of all the movies that he's seen. And this was, of course, an Amazon Prime watch. They had this for free on Amazon Prime, which is really cool. And honestly, Jennifer Connelly, like, she pulls me into any movie, so I'm glad that she is in this, even though she is really underage. She's really young in this movie. Jennifer Connelly, her character's name is Jennifer Corvino. So, like, her first name is still Jennifer. I thought that was so odd. Why? Like, why did they do that? But it's funny because it's just referential to, like, her real name. Like, oh, her name's Jennifer in the movie, and in real life, sure, her first name's Jennifer. And she has the ability to talk to insects or communicate with insects, so she follows suit on a murder killing off co-eds in this school that she's at, where these string of murders are taking place. So the idea is really cool. I do like that idea. It's an interesting, unique idea of, like, communicating with bugs to, like, find the killer. That's pretty cool. The music score also is very cool and very unique. I actually enjoyed it a lot. And again, Goblin does the soundtrack, so almost all of the movies Argento's done that have involved Goblin in the music department, like, every one of them I've really loved. This Goblin, I don't know what else they've done besides these Italian horror movies, but I love their scores in these movies. They're incredible. And this is no exception. This is a good score, too. I really like the score for Phenomena that they did. And again, the movie as a whole is interesting. Like, it's an interesting premise. I do like the idea of this, of what she can do and how she can communicate with bugs to solve the mystery of the killer. Because she becomes a detective, like, with bugs, like, spying on people. Like, that's pretty cool. And this one, I expected this one to be a little bit more of a slasher because of Argento, and what most of the Argento movies I've seen that he has done are typically slashers. This one has some kills in it and some effects, but it's not as overly, like, oversaturated with the violence in this movie. This one isn't really about that, which makes it a different one in Argento's, like, filmography. But I'd rather watch the slashers, especially Suspiria or Deep Red or Opera. Like, I love those ones, but again, it's more about the mystery. It's not really about, like the kills. And with Argento and with a lot of Italian horror movies that I've seen, it's the kills are what sells it, and they're just so creative and so innovative and interesting. And this one has a weird, like, fixation on using music from, like, Iron Maiden and Motorhead, which I didn't expect going into this. I was like, what? Why am I listening to Motorhead or Iron Maiden, like, or other bands? Like, that's just so funny that these like, heavy metal bands or hard rock bands are in this, and it honestly kind of takes me out of it in a way, because the way that the movie is, it's already odd, and they do a lot of odd things to make this unique, and this is a unique movie. It is, with the idea of her communicating with bugs. I think that's cool. And the use of music is a weird choice, but again, it adds to the uniqueness of this movie. It makes the movie more unique in its own right, which I do enjoy. So I do give this props for being unique and fun, and I really did appreciate the effort that they did to make this different, and they did. But overall, this one is not, like, in terms of ranking the Argento movies I've seen, this would be on the lower tier. I think Inferno was the one I actually liked the least so far that I've seen of his movies. And this might be next after it. That or Cat O' Nine Tails. Or maybe, I don't know. Cat O' Nine Tails I might put over this. Well, or, I don't know, maybe not. But, like, in terms of ranking these, like, this is definitely on the lower spectrum of me, for me, on the Argento movies I have seen. It's not bad. None of the ones I've seen are bad at all. Like, I think they're all entertaining or fun. But this is not, to me, the level of, like, Suspiria or Deep Red or Opera. Like, this is one that is creative and innovative and fun. It's very odd. It's an odd movie, which is saying something because it's Argento. But it it's just not one that I probably am gonna rewatch much. I really don't. And it's got some weird like moments in it that are just kind of random. Like there's one scene where Jennifer Connelly's character, Jennifer Corvino, she appears and meets her roommate at the new place, and she's eating food that the roommate has, this baby food. She's eating baby food, and then Jennifer, like the girl says, "What does it taste like?" And Jennifer just says, "It tastes like cat food." And I just sat there like, what? What on earth is this? Like, it's just, it was so out of, like, random. Like, it was out of left field, like, random lines like that. Um, it's just, it's an odd movie. It is. I did like it, even though it has a lot of weird moments like that. It's still a unique and fun movie. I did like it overall. I just didn't love it. Like, it's not the Argento movie that I go to rewatch much. Um, but I still appreciate seeing it. I still liked things about it. I like Jennifer Connelly a lot. I like Donald Pleasance a lot. I like the mystery of it. I like the idea of it. It's just not one that I'm going to typically watch more over and over again like the other ones. So that's my thoughts on Phenomena. So tell me down below what you think of this movie, and thank you guys so much for watching.